everyone. Here's the latest update from Guatemala. It is passion and purpose that drive us to live each day to the fullest, and it's because of this we can find joy even in the darkest moments. In these past few weeks, we have been confused and comforted, disappointed and determined, upset and uplifted. Not because of one specific thing, but because of a series of situations. This update will give you a glimpse into the current situation here in Sumpango and the surrounding area. We have been hit with days and days of rain. In fact, today is the first day of sun. The rain hasn't done much damage in Sumpango, but in the flatter areas of Guatemala, it's done severe damage. Please pray the land would dry up near our missionary friends so they are able to travel to the areas they normally help.
Sumpango seems to be winning the race for the most COVID cases in our department. Not sure you want to brag about that. You'd assume that there are, or would be, stronger restrictions as our town has the highest number of the cases in the area, but no. The police were called to address a gathering in a large church in town. They couldn't do anything. The church had written permission from the mayor to meet, against the rules of not being allowed to gather even in small groups. Taxi service was suspended. We were prepared and were able to provide each of the 50 families with a bag of food. The municipality quickly realized that they wouldn't receive the monthly taxes from each driver, therefore the suspension was lifted. Unfortunately, there is little business. Most don't want to get into a taxi because of the risk of contracting the virus in tight spaces. With your donations, we can continue helping them in the weeks to come.
With the COVID cases going up, our municipality is trying to hide the gravity of the situation. How so? Well, first, by not telling the population what the stats really are. How many active cases? We aren't quite sure. How many in quarantine? We don't really know. How many dead? Well, we're led to believe no one, unless you are out at the cemetery at night during curfew, when they secretly bury those who have died.
So where are the active and quarantine cases, one might ask? Well, somewhere here in Sumpango. There really isn't any capacity in the hospitals for more COVID patients. In fact, a missionary friend responded to a desperate call from the local public hospital where 42 COVID patients had no access to drinking water. The system is failing, and the cracks are getting bigger. So, where are the active and quarantine cases? Well, you might think in their homes. Some are, but for others, they are being housed in ill-equipped places like an under-equipped medical clinic or a vacant home on the edge of town. We were made aware of one family who had to flee from their home with just the clothes on their back. They were shunned by neighbors who heard that the family had been in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID. They escaped to a location that had no firewood, no bedding, no anything. A family of 13 with nothing but the clothes on their backs. They had been there for 2 weeks, sleeping on a cold floor when we found out.
We are happy to report God provided for them. We had 4 extra mattresses on hand after upgrading our bunk beds for visitors. We had blankets left over from the Christmas youth group distribution in 2018. We had extra pillows that had been collected for one of the Easter event stations. How can all of this be happening? We are overwhelmed with doubts and questions most days. Is the system really this broken? How can we possibly make a difference? God has been encouraging us through these Bible verses. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him.
We have seen so much desperation, have heard many stories of suffering, and have personally been hurt from the recent situation with Olga. But we are more aware than ever that God has us here for a reason. We are here to provide hope. We are here to shine light into the darkness by caring for others as best we can. We want to encourage you to be a light in the darkness where you are today. As well, we want to thank God for you and your willingness to be part of a large, passionate team of people from different ministries, neighborhoods, and countries, all rallying to help those in need of essentials like food, water, firewood, toiletries, medicine, and hope in Guatemala.